Yeah, hello. Good evening, good day to you. Good evening. Thank you for waiting and thank you for being here again. Welcome to another powerful Thursday night. Amazing women of purpose. Welcome to another transformative Thursday live section here at Female Ministers Haven. I'm Amaka-Virtue Nathaniel and I'm so thrilled to have you join me today. And we are diving into another powerful topic tonight. And the topic is audaciously walking in your calling, purpose, and ministry. Audaciously walking in your purpose, calling, and ministry. So if you have ever doubted yourself, if you have ever hesitated or felt stuck, this is your moment. All right, this is your moment. So I don't want you to miss any second from this session. You are made for more. And so it's time to step in, it's time to step up, it's time to step out. Who is ready for tonight? Who is ready for tonight? Who is ready for tonight? Excuse me. Who is ready for tonight? So walking boldly in your calling is not for the faint-hearted. I need to tell you that. I had a conversation today with my team and I was telling them people are getting tired of working in purpose. People just want to live their life, eat, sleep, wake up, and that's it for them. You know, as long as they have what they eat and drink, they are okay. All right, so it's going to be a very quick one tonight because I want to take questions. So I hope you came here with your questions. And if you are joining us for the first time, please say hi in the comment section so we can recognize you and appreciate you. And for those that have been consistent with us, we celebrate you and thank you once again for joining us today. So please do us a favor, kindly like this video, share the link, invite your friends, sisters, family, loved one, every woman that you know in your space, because it's going to be so powerful tonight. I'm looking forward to your questions. I'm looking forward to your engagement on the comments. I'm praying that this session is going to really help every one of us, including myself. All right, so I need us to be here and be very ready. All righty. So, like I said, walking boldly in your calling is not for faint. It's not for the faint-hearted. It requires faith. It requires obedience. It requires the courage to break free from limitations. And tonight we are going to explore and recognize what it means to embrace your divine calling, how to overcome fear, doubt, what ministry is all about, calling is all about, what your assignment is all about, what purpose is all about. All right, so we are going to link all of that together. Okay, so I want to first appreciate those that were with us last week for our conversation on the audacity of self-love. If you were here, you were part of last week's section, just say yes, I was. Yes, I was. Yes, I was. So very important, and thank you again for joining us. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you again. So I'm going to start by showing us the picture of what I have. I want to show us a picture illustration so that you understand this. And meanwhile, we are live on YouTube and we are live on Facebook. So Amaka-Virtue Nathaniel, anyone you can share with your friends and other women, please engage them to be here. God bless you all. Okay, so first let's talk about ministry. What is ministry? Or should we talk about what we have talked about audacity now? We have been talking about audacity since the webinar. So what it means to be audacious. So maybe we should just run through that before we go ahead. So audacious is about the willingness to step out boldly, to take bold steps, to take surprisingly bold risks, to be excessively bold, to be impudent, to be fearless, to be unstoppable. That I love those ones. To have the mind of a lion. Okay, so let me start by reading some scriptures to us so that we just know that we are just talking, having a conversation, and the Lord is going to help us tonight. And so if you came ready, please get your notepad. Let's jot, because I want to take us through a journey of self-discovery. I want to take us through a journey and it's going to make you be bold to face your assignment, face your life, Nobody will help you. That's just the truth. They can only encourage you. They can only say, oh yes, this and that. But trust me, nobody will help you do the work. You have to step out. You have to take the decision. Acts chapter 10 verse 38. Just follow me as I'm led, all right? There's a whole lot in this conversation today. Acts 30 verse 38 said, how God anointed Jesus of Nazareth with the Holy Ghost and power, and how he went around doing good and healing who were under the power of the devil, because God was with him. He went about doing good. He went around doing good. So we are called, Acts chapter 10 verse 38, please. So we are called to go about doing good, to go about doing our assignment, carrying out our purpose, our assignment, our calling, our ministry. Do you understand me? So we are actually commissioned to go about doing good, all right? So we are going to look at the book of Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11. Very familiar scripture, I will say, but then let's get something there. Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11. For I know the plans, please take note of that. Plans, not a plan. For I know the plans that I think towards you, that I have for you, that I have for you. So declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. I know the plans that I have for you. Plans. I'm going to talk about that. Lastly, Romans chapter 8. I think these are like the 3 basic scriptures for today. Sorry, we had to start with scriptures because that's the foundation of some things that we need to talk about. So build on it. Romans 8 verse 28 to 30. The Bible says, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. We have been called according to his purpose. So those that are telling you that, do you have call over your life? Please give them the scriptures. We have been called according to his purpose. All of us, not pastors, not evangelists, not apostles, not whoever, whatever title it is. We all have been called to a purpose, to answer to a purpose. We have been called for an assignment specific to individuals. Our purpose differs, but the goal is one. Our purpose differs, but the goal is what? One. We have been called according to his purpose. For God, for those God foreknew, please, he has predestined. Those God foreknew, listen, he has what? Predestined. So I'm going to tell you something about that. Those God foreknew, he has predestined. Number one, he foreknew. Number 2, put it down, predestined to be conformed to the image of the Son, that he might be the first son among many brothers and sisters. And those he predestined, he also called. This is calling again, coming again. Called. Those he called, he also justified. So please put it down in your journal. God first foreknew. Please put it down in the chat. Foreknew, that's the first word. And to foreknew means to have previous knowledge of something, right? Okay. So now he also predestined. To predestinate is to set the fate of something beforehand. To set the fate of something beforehand. Something first foreknew. You know something beforehand. Predestined. You set the fate of something beforehand. Look at them. Follow me. I can be very, very rushy today because I want us to get this thing. Catch a replay. You understand better. Don't worry. But follow me, all right? Just follow me as I follow the Lord. According to. All right. So I just want us to get something. And I want to take questions. All right. I want to answer those questions that are bugging you. Very important. Foreknew, to know something beforehand. Predestined, to know the fate of something before it happens. Alrighty. All right. So now the next one is that he called us to something. Clarity comes in when you have a call. A call, like you have a phone call now. Somebody calls you on the phone, all right? When you get to pick the call is when you know what the person intends to say. Is when the conversation starts. So when God is calling you to something and you don't answer, you cannot understand what he's calling you for fully. So those of you that are still trying to, I need full clarity. Don't worry. Be waiting for full clarity. Till Jesus come, it will not come. Let nobody deceive you. Nobody gets the vision clearly before answering the call, before stepping into purpose. It comes like in chunks, like it comes bit by bit. Do you understand me? So, but when you answer the call, this call is not behind the pulpit call. I'm going to get into that. Forgive me, I'm rushing, but then I'm going to get into that. All right. So, because once we just hear call, ministry, everybody, oh, I don't want to be a pastor. I don't want to be an evangelist. I don't want to be an apostle. I don't want to be a pastor wife. You don't need to be a pastor wife. You don't need to be behind any pulpits, as it were, for you to answer God's call for your life. I'm going to take you somewhere. Don't worry. A place that is more clearer than your confusions. All right. A place that is going to exhume the boldness that is inside you that you are yet to discover. So we get at it. All right. So just be calming down. Oh Jesus. And after he called them, he also justified them. He declared them righteous. He vindicated them. All right. To be justified is to be vindicated. He declared them righteous. He declared all the punishments related to their sins, related to their errors, related to their mistakes. So those of us that are still afraid and saying, oh, what if I make mistake while I am walking in purpose? My dear, your mistake is part of the reason why God called you. Your mistake is the story that people are waiting to hear. How you were able to cope and survive the mistake, the errors, and still become a light. Remember, let your light so shine before men. It is there that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. That is an instruction from Jesus, the Son of God himself. Jesus, the Son of God, was always reconnecting himself to the call, to purpose, to his assignments. I am the Father, we are one. I must do the work of him that sent me. Why it is day? I must do the work of my Father. Why it is day? Because there's time. There's a time where it will come. The work of the Father, you might not be able to do it. You might not be able to answer this call. Oh, you look at yourself. Oh, I'm about 50. I'm about 40. I'm about 30 something. I'm very old though. I'm doing this. You will not be able to answer this call. So I'm going to God help me, Holy Spirit. So let me link, your calling, purpose, and ministry. Let me just link them together with one sentence. All right. So what is calling? What is purpose? What is ministry? Because some of you are like, please, what is ministry? I don't want to do ministry. I don't want to go. Don't even go there. Once you hear ministry like this, you're like, what? You say what? I'm not into ministry. The business you're doing is a ministry, my friend. It is. Hello, sisters. Wake up. Go to the marketplace. Spread the gospel of Christ. Spread the gospel of purpose. You are called into the marketplace for a purpose. What purpose? Find your purpose there. Find your purpose and begin to run with it. Don't wait and say, somebody was telling me today, I don't have a prayer life. My prayer life is not jing bang bang. And I said, be waiting until you have that prayer life before you know that God is actually, calling you to something bigger. That's not it. There are some of us that we need to understand that this call we are talking about is your assignment, primary assignment here on earth. That's what we are talking about. Your primary assignment is the ministry that you are called to. It is not the ministry behind the pulpit that we all are used to. All right. So now let me connect calling, purpose, and ministry together. Calling is a passionate divine urging. Calling is a passionate divine urging into ministry, into purpose. Calling is a passionate divine urging. Please, a passionate divine urging into purpose, and that is expressed through ministry. You see how the three are linked. Calling is a passionate divine urging. There's this thing when I see people dressing in a kind of way, I feel irritated. I feel I could make some fabric or clothes, or I can create some designs that women are going to dress properly and still look very good. That you are called into fashion. Oh, anytime I see a child that is dull, because I don't believe there's a dull child, in quotes, I feel like I can impact on this child educationally, help this child to understand better how to read, how to write, how to get things done. All right, so you begin to see that happen. All right, and you're like, you're called into the education to go and help children that cannot easily understand when they read. You have been called to help them. You have been called into the educational system to correct the errors there, and that's a calling. That's a ministry for you. All right, so calling is a passionate divine urging into purpose, and that is expressed through ministry. So your calling and your purpose are expressed through your ministry. They are all combined together, but the destination is that you have a place where you express God's intention in a particular field. And now every Christian is called to ministry. Every Christian is called to ministry and is called to minister. Every Christian is called to ministry and every Christian is called to minister. And you say how? The Bible says in Mark chapter 16 verse 15, it said, go ye into the world, all the world, and preach the gospel to every creature. So anywhere you find yourself, in the 12th mountain of influence, anywhere you find yourself, in sports, in media, in education, in family, in religion, in finance, in entertainment, in social reformation, in law and justice, in business, in science, in technology, in health, you spread this gospel. You find yourself in that space and you begin to fulfill purpose. What space are you now? Education, fashion, media, law and justice, health. Oh, you're a doctor. How are you impacting life? Because this thing we are talking about, everything we are talking about, ministry, calling, purpose, your assignment is all about making impacts. That's what it is. One word covers all of them. Ministry, calling, purpose, your assignment. It's all about making impact. Are you touching lives? If you leave the word now, what will people remember you for? If you leave the word now, what will people say? Oh, this was the area where she impacted us. You remember Lydia? When she died, people were crying, brought her fabric. They said she did this, she did that, and they were all rolling, and God restored her. What is that thing you and I would be remembered for? What is that thing? So that's what it is. Making impact in any space you find yourself. That's what we are talking about. And doing it audaciously. Coming out from that place where you are telling yourself that I can't do this thing. It's too hard. Oh, it's too complex. How will I break it down? I don't even have an understanding of how to step out. Some of us, the question is, I don't even know how to start. And I will tell you something. Start from where you are. All those excuses that you have been given about starting whatever assignment, purpose, calling, or ministry that God has placed in your hands. I'm talking to women of impact. I'm talking to women of purpose. I'm talking to women in ministry. Every one of us have been called to make impact. We have been called to make impact. And you need to maximize yourself to make impact. I need to tell you 5 things you need to know about purpose, or let me do 3 things so that we can rush maybe next time. Let me tell you 3 things. Maybe I'll just touch the other ones, but let me tell you about 3 things that you need to know about purpose, so that you understand why you need to answer any call of God for your life. Yes, some of you have heard it very clearly. I don't know what you are waiting. The next thing you are waiting to hear again before you will move and begin to, do what God has assigned you to do. I don't know what else you are waiting for. I don't know what else you are. Oh, I need to hear God more clearly. Let me tell you something. I almost let fear rob me of my calling. I remember, the doubts, the what ifs, and the feelings of not being enough. The feelings of not being enough. The feelings of not being capable. The feelings of, oh, I'm not perfect. What do I even know? Who will listen to me? Who will listen to me? The fear of and the feeling of not being enough was there. Oh, what boldness do I have? I remember the first time, our first conference, where under 6 months or so, when we had our first conference. Who does that? Under 6 months, you are having a conference, a physical conference, not an online conference. Who does that? I'm trying to share some of my wins so that you can understand that I am not just blabbing here. I understand this thing. That thing you are feeling about stepping out of your comfort zone, about taking that bold step. I have felt it in several ways. One of my team members sent me a voice and they say, Mama, the way people that want to go for the retreat, some of them are saying they are not going to be available. This is that, and all of that. And she's like, are you sure we are not going to stop this retreat or probably postpone it and all of that? In my mind, I say, this was what Peter did. And Jesus said, get thee behind me, Satan. On a lighter note anyways. So, but I understood where she was talking from. So I just told her, I said, you know what? When you want to stand out audaciously is going to cost you a lot of things. Being audacious will cost you a lot of things. And it will test and try your faith. And to actually see if what you're saying is what it is. Things will try you, people will try you. Yes, to test your faith. But I have learned so many things within less than 1 year. May will be 1 year that we launch out officially. All right, so I've learned so many things in that space. Being audacious is going to cost you relationships. It's going to cost you haha. It's going to cost you because you want to say you want to stand out audaciously. There will be hindrances, there will be mountains. Can you leap over that wall? Can you trust God to help you leap over that wall? To help you handle the challenges, the confrontations, the doubts, the fears, the everything, and just focus on your focus. Focus on what He has called you to do. And allow you to solve all the problems. Take away the Red Sea. Take away the confrontations. Take away the accusations. Take away the doubt. Take away people lashing their tongues. Will you just step aside and allow God that has called you for that assignment? Oh, I don't have all the material sets. I don't have what it takes. Who am I? Who will listen to me? Who will be my audience? Who will everything? My dear, you are the one thinking all of that. He that has called you has made provision. I learned that obedience to God is bigger than my insecurities. Faith activates divine provision. Purpose requires bold steps. So maybe you were once where I was, questioning if you are truly called, if this thing you are doing, maybe you have started something, God said do this, or you are seeing a need in a space and you are trying to meet that need. Oh, you are doing tiger knot and you are like, this tiger knot I'm even doing, everybody's doing tiger knot, everybody's doing tiger knot. And God has said, this is what to do. Add this thing, because you are not even focusing to listen to God, to know the other businesses or the other ideas He wants to bring to you, to add to whatever you have started, for him to make you become. Because all of us are on the journey of becoming. I keep saying it. All right, so you are not focusing on the focus of the assignment, of the call, of whatever it is God has asked you to do. You are distracted by the what ifs. You are distracted by the doubts, by the fears. So you are not focused. You are, am I truly called? You are feeling unqualified. You are wondering when is the perfect time. Oh, when will the perfect time come? The perfect time is now. He that has called you did not call you in vain. He that has assigned you that assignment, he said he has predestined you. He knows what it is beforehand. He knows the fate of that assignment. Why are you bothered about the fate? Your own is to step out. Peter, Jesus was bidding him to come. Peter had faith at first. Oh, he was afraid. Okay, yeah, okay, now the master is the one saying I should come. Okay, let me go. Since it's the master that said I should come. He now stepped, into the water. He was actually in a realm with the same realm with the master. But his faith began to fall. His faith began to reduce. And that was the point where it began to sink again. And that's how some of us are. At the point where God reveals some things to you, tells you go to the marketplace, go to the health, the fair of influence, or the mountain of influence. God is telling you that is where I want you. Oh God, hey, you become a nurse or a doctor. Becoming a doctor is stressful. I can't read big books. I can't do so. You will give him excuse. At every point, we are always having excuses. We're always having what to say. We are always having what ifs. But God is saying, before he formed you in the womb, he knew you. Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 5. Because you were not an accident. Your calling is not a mistake. God designed you for a divine purpose. But are you walking in it? So many sit on their calling because they feel unworthy. They think they need permission. They are afraid of judgment. When God calls you, he empowers you. When God calls you, you have a divine backing. You wonder why some persons have the boldness to speak, to do some things. It's not because their second name is bold. It's because they have made up their mind that he that called them is backing them heavily. And that's what we in Female Ministers Haven, what we believe. He that has called us, he is backing us heavily. All right, so 5 things you must know about your purpose. Number 1, purpose cannot be destroyed. Purpose cannot be destroyed. So as long as you are alive, you can still fulfill purpose. All right, as long as you are alive, you can still fulfill purpose. Purpose is a solution to a problem. So when I was mentioning the 12 mountains of influence, I was talking about different areas that we can fulfill purpose. Different areas, that we can fulfill purpose. Health, in media, in law and justice, law and justice, in business, in science, in technology, every areas. Find your niche. Find where God has called you to. He has called you to health. What's your excuse? Are you afraid that when I give injection, people will die? Why are you afraid? So person, you not believe what people say. See, some of us, we have videos of horrible things that are happening. That's your profession where you are. That's field where you are. You have videos of how other persons failed in it, how it's not working for them, how this is happening to this person, how this person has said, they gave somebody injection, something that happened. Hey, this one, when I go to work today, I'll be careful. Hey, that's how that doctor went to give the wrong prescription. He now affected the patient. Why are you always having negative thoughts? Why are you just full of negativity? Why are you full of fears? You see, when you are full of fears, you can't give room for the spirit of boldness to come. You have occupied it with fear. So, purpose is a solution to a problem. Find where you are to solve the problem. He has called you to education. Find the problem he wants you to solve in education. That is what he has assigned you to do. So those of you that are feeling that, this ministry you are talking about, are you saying I should not become a pastor or a pastor wife? That's not what I'm saying. And for those of you that know me too well, I don't like title. All those, I'm not interested, please. You see my name, Amaka-Virtue Nathaniel, is my name. I don't like title. If all those plenty things, I don't like it. Let's live our life, without titles. I'm not saying when you have titles is wrong, or you are not living your life, you're not, but don't allow the title to control you. Don't have a mentality that is being controlled by titles. So when somebody does not call you Pastor, Mrs., you feel that the person is not respecting you. I mean, when you were born, there was no Pastor, Mrs. The day they were christening you, they were naming you, they did not put any title there, except for those that they gave, ambassador or something when they gave birth to them, governor something when they gave them. They were not born with titles. They gave you names. So do you understand me? Alrighty. So I hope we are following. Forgive me if I'm too rushy or fast, but we are heading somewhere. All right. And I hope you are getting blessed. You are finding value already. Okay. So if you are joining us and you are yet to share the link, kindly share, spread it to other sisters, women of impact, women of purpose, women in ministry that need to be here, to every woman that needs to be here. All right. Thank you for doing that. We appreciate you and we love you. All right. So so fulfillment in life is found in purposeful living. That's where it is. Oh, you want to be fulfilled in life? That is where joy is. You are in oh God. See, when you find purpose and you are in it, my dear, all those your fear, you now discover that they are not reality. When you find purpose and you are living in it, you will realize that all those fears were illusions. They were tricks of the devil, because he knows that when you find purpose and you are running that purpose, you are going to make things right. You are going to help that space where you are called to. You are going to rescue a whole lot. You are going to deliver a whole lot. Your impact will be so pronounced and so profound that it becomes irresistible, and you begin to affect life through it. He knows that he doesn't want you to capture, to take from him those that he has held in captivity. So that's why he brings illusions of lies, of fears, of impossibility, of doubt, and all of that, and bring illusions of so many things to stop you from stepping into purpose. Please, fulfillment in life is found in purposeful living. It's simple like that. How do you know that you are created for purpose? Because you are created for a definite purpose. Definite, because it's specific to you. You are created for a definite purpose. And there is a calling beckoning on you. So you have a ministry to fill. Oh, I'm selling potato. I'm selling tomatoes. How will you say I have a ministry? I'm called. What do you mean by that? That place that you are. If you are not available and I go there to ask people about you, how have you impacted people around you? What message do they know that you have on your lips that has helped them over time? Oh, this woman, she's always encouraging us. She's always praying for us. Oh, that woman she was sick and she prayed for her, and the next day she was okay. In fact, immediately she was okay. Oh, you think it is only pastors that are called to pray for the sick and they'll be healed? Excuse me. Who sold that lie to us? That's a lie. Oh, in that place where you are selling that thing, people know you, that you are a woman of impact. You are a virtuous woman. They could relate to you as the Proverb 31 woman. They could say, oh, when the prices of things goes up, you are the one that shows them the market where prices of things are fair and better. What would people say in that workplace environment that you are? Oh, I'm a 95 person. How would you say I have to fulfill purpose? That workplace where you are, what will people say about you? I attended an event yesterday, and one of my sister, and she was the one, the team lead for those that organized, the committee that organized the event and all of that for their organization. And everybody, yes, every man and woman has a field to tend. Everybody was calling her name. Almost all the speakers in fact, they were calling her name and say, oh, she's this, she's that, she did this. Our impact to ensure the success of that event It was very visible. Nobody, even our boss came in and he was hearing it. Everybody was calling her name. That's what it is to make impact. Oh, you are working for under somebody. It doesn't stop you from making impact. When you close from work, what do you do with it? Oh, you're a parenting coach. Oh, you just love children. Oh, your own is children ministry. Oh, you just love to see that a place is organized. Oh, there's an event and you love to see that event runs successfully. You are part of the success story and all of that. You might be on the background, and all of that, and you are running things. What matters is that purpose is about making impact. What area of life are you making impact? That's what we're talking about. All right, so find yourself. Every Christian is called to ministry. Find your pulpits. The pulpits I'm talking about is not standing behind literally as a pastor or a priest or whatever or what have you. That's not what I'm talking about. Your pulpit, that place that you are sent to make impact. That area that you are sent to make impact. So I was saying, how you know that you're created for purpose? There's an ability in you that is begging for responsible expression. There is an ability in you that is begging for responsible expression. There is this desire. I want to. Something is pushing you towards a goal. And there are people that are attached to you. They need your message. They need your impact to be able to scale through the next phase of your life. And you are the one holding them ransom. Like you are with the key. And you are saying, I'm not gonna unlock this padlock. And their destinies are caged and tied to you. And you are holding them as prisoners. Will you let go of them? Or will you still just hold them and say, don't worry, I have next year. You have been doing next year. Some of us, you have been doing next year, next month. The truth is that some of you have gone for trainings, you have gone for skills, you have gone to skill up and all of that. Skilling up is not your problem, because if I talk about skilling up, I've talked about that. Even last week we mentioned that. All right, you have done all of that, you have all of that, but you're still afraid. Are you sure this skill I have is enough to take me? My dear, start from where you are. So there is a problem in your world whose solution you carry. That's how you know you are created for purpose. There is a problem in your world whose solution you carry. So that's how you know you are called for purpose. So back to what I was talking about, that 5 things you must know about purpose. Let's continue. I don't know if you got the first one. Purpose cannot be destroyed. The second one, purpose is the solution to a problem. What problem are you solving? The purpose is given for the benefit of humanity. So purpose is calling our name. Purpose is calling your name. Oh, who is calling my name? Oh, purpose is calling your name. Would you answer or would you stay mute? Will you mute the call and say, I don't have time now, I'm doing 9 to 5. I don't have time now, And so all those people that are tied to you, they are in prison for as long as when you feel that you don't have time. So remember that your purpose is given for the benefit of humanity, and purpose is calling out your name. Okay? So you owe your word what you carry. You owe your word what you carry. Your purpose is a solution, and a solution to a specific problem. So if you need help with identifying a specific problem where your purpose is called for, please, you can reach out to me. I told us we sent out a post, I think this week. If you need a clarity section, all right, just after now, just send a DM. We'll respond to you, and we'll just book some. I told us, I think about 15 minutes or so, just to listen to persons and help you with clarity for that purpose that you're called. Maybe you're not setting. Some of us, we have more than 10 things that we want to do at the time, but trust me, we cannot do all of them at the time. Some of them, it is in doing one, they will now be, others will now fulfill themselves, now find themselves in it. All right, so okay, so your purpose is the solution, and the solution to a specific problem. So third, purpose is God's expression through you. Purpose is God's expression through you. Your purpose is the source of your value. Your purpose is the source of your value. All right. Remember, I told us that we are live on Facebook and we are live on YouTube, and I appreciate every one of you that are live with us, watching us, connecting from anywhere, any part of the world. You are amazing. Thank you so much. If at any point you can't see me or hear me, let me know in the comments. All right. Let me know so that whatever it is. Let me show you something. If you can still see me and hear me, please let me know. If you can still see me and hear me, please let me know. All right, let me know if you can still see me and hear me. If you can still see me and hear me, let me know. Okay, so I want to share something. Can you see this image? Please, if you can see me and hear me, let me know in the comments. All right, thank you. Thank you as you do that. So, and confirm that you can see the image on the screen. Apologies to those on YouTube. Okay, we can't share slides. Okay, I apologize. But the image I have on the screen, can someone describe it on Facebook? Can someone describe the image I have on the screen? Can someone describe the image on the screen if you can see it? I want to bring out something from it. Can you just describe the image you can see on the screen? Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Can someone just describe the image? It's an eagle. Okay, what's the eagle trying to do? What's the eagle? What does it look like the eagle is trying to do? What's the eagle trying to do? Yeah. What does it look like the eagle wants to do? Just try just one word or something, or a phrase. What do you think the eagle wants to do? Flying eagle, okay. This eagle is, can you see water below it? This eagle is trying to, the eagle is focused on its goal. All right. Yes, someone is getting something. This is number one. Yes, thank you. Let me get some. It's trying to eat, okay. Catching a prey, exactly. You have given me, the two of you have given me what I want. This is exactly what I want. Number one, the eagle is focused on its goal. When you are purpose driven, you focus on your goal. You see the eyes of the eagle. Focus. Look at the eyes. Look at the claws. Focus. No time. The goal is your focus. Everything it takes for you to achieve your goal, you put your eyes, your attention, your time to it. Number two, the eagle is trying to catch a prey. And the attention of this eagle is on that prey. Because the goal is to get the prey. That is what you do when you have an assignment over your life. You focus. You do not pay attention to distractions. You do not pay attention to noise. You do not pay attention. Your goal becomes your sense. Everything you are doing, all your daily life, you put in something into achieving that goal. It can be bit by bit, but don't be stagnant. If you need to read a book about your assignment or around your assignment, do it. Get trainings. Do this, please. Focus on your goal. Please, this is what it is. And this is where some of us are having problems. Focusing our goals is very, very difficult for us. We are distracted. Oh, we want to do this. Oh, we want to do that. We want to be here. We want to be there. You are in this group. You are in this community. You are everywhere. Yes, it's good. But what I'm saying is, when you are all about all of that, don't forget that you have a primary assignment on this world. You serve others is good. My dear, what is your own primary assignment? Give it attention and see if all those fear and doubts will not begin to give way. Focus on it. Let me tell you, let me show us another picture. We are going somewhere. This is another image. Very quickly, what can you see? This is another image. Very quickly, what can you see? Please, because we need to, I've not really touched some things, but please, let's just do this. We have two kinds of calling. While we are trying to explain this thing, let me just say something. Please, when you see that image and you can describe it, please put in the comments. Two kinds of calling. We have general callings, universal calling, going into the world, do this one, do the other. So we have special, specific, particular callings, call of grace, effectual callings. We have those ones specially. Both calls are to the predestinated. All right, so you cannot but obey God's call. Else you will live in frustration. A black sheep among flocks of sheep. A black sheep among. That's okay. Just go ahead. Go ahead. I need us to just talk because we need to run. While we are at that, your uniqueness makes you. Oh Lord, God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. When I was talking about specific calling, special calling, now your uniqueness, all right? Your uniqueness is what stands you out. Your uniqueness is what stands you out. Your uniqueness is what stands you out. Very, very important. Your uniqueness is what stands you out. I'm getting a bit of a network signal here. Okay, so please let's the network is so I think we are back on YouTube and we're still trying to get back on Facebook. All right, so two calls rather, general call, specific or special call. Okay, so those are the two calls that we have. And so I was trying to give us examples of God's call, some examples of God's call that we have. We can see Saul on his way to Damascus. He was called by God. All right. We can also see Jesus. He told Peter, if you love me, feed my sheep. If you love me, feed my sheep. That is a call, my sheep. If you love me, feed my sheep. That is a call. That is an assignment to a specification, to a special place, or to a specific place rather. All right. So identify where he has called you, where God has called you. You were not called to be empty. You were not called to be empty. So identify where God has called you. Okay, so identify where he has called you. Identify what he has called you for as well, because that is very crucial. Very, very crucial. All right, to identify what. So sorry. Gosh, my God. Okay. Okay. So, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you just see me and hear me now? Oh. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Sorry, the network is doing amazing here. Okay, so back to the image. If you can see me and you can hear me now, please let me know. So sorry about that. We have to start switching networks. So if you can hear me now, please let me know. Please, if you can hear me, let me know so I can go ahead. Okay, so so you are called There are several calls. Okay, thank you. There are different calls. I was trying to give an example of the calls, some of the examples of God's call and all of that in different areas for different purposes. Okay, he called Saul on his way to Damascus. Esther answered the call into the king's palace, and you saw what happened. You were made and called and sent for such a time like this. That was the story of Esther. Because of this particular time, that's why God called her to save the Israelites from damnation, from being killed, rescue them. That was why she was called. Nehemiah has a burning desire to rebuild the walls of Jerusalem, and that was it. His own impact area is to rebuild the walls of Jerusalem. That's it. Moses was called by the burning bush, and you saw how he delivered the children of Israel from Egypt into the promised land. Specific calls, different calls for specific purpose rather. What are you called to? And what are you called for? And where are you called to? That's it. What you carry is unique. What you carry is unique and powerful. So you see this image. Your uniqueness makes you stand out of the crowd. Unperturbed. He did not bow his head and say, oh, I'm dark, oh, but others are white. Let me just bow my head and cover. Let me go answer this call. You see, I cannot do this thing. It's difficult. Your call makes you unique. Your call helps you to stand out. And you have to stand out by stepping out boldly. Step out boldly. Do what you are sent to do. What you are called to do might not be familiar. It might not be familiar to everybody. But he that calls you, understand why he has called you. Purpose is giving responsibility to your ability. That's what purpose is. So the ability that God has given to you, but the only way those abilities will produce fruits is when you give them responsibility. The only way your abilities will produce fruits is when you give them responsibility. Because your abilities are the seeds. So if you fail to put them to work, they die. Because anything you fail to use, you lose. Your abilities are the seed. When you fail to put them to work, it dies. Anything you fail to use, you lose. So only what you use can bring you value. Only what you use can bring you value. Now, this is what happens to you when you answer purpose. You begin to flourish. You become the ripe fruits that everybody wants to pluck. I hope somebody is getting value here. When you make up your mind and begin to step into purpose, into your assignment, into your calling, into your ministry, any area God has called you into or called you for, when you step into your purpose, you start making impact. This is what you become. You see how fruitful this mango tree is. Very ripened. Everybody that passes will pluck from this tree. Everybody that passes by this tree will pluck from it. That is who you become. You become a fruitful garden that begin to serve your generation. You begin to serve your generation in that sphere, on that space God has called you into. You become a ripened fruit that your generation will eat from. You're a ripened fruit that serves your generation. Your generation will no longer be hungry in that particular space because there's someone that they are feeding from. You become a ripened fruit. People tap from you. People eat from you. People drink from you. People are safe under you, with you. Just describe it. Anything you can see or deduct from this fruit. But when you don't, there's another image I was supposed to show us, but as we logged out, the whole thing, the whole setup has diminished and vanished. I don't want to go back to that. When you refuse to answer the call of purpose, you become a tree without fruit. All you do is to empty your leaves. And what do people do? They sweep off the leaves, sweep them and trash them. That's what it is. How are you serving purpose? How are you making impact? Are you like a fruitful garden? A fruitful garden with your leaves are green and your fruits are ripe and people are plucking value, tools. You're spreading the good news, spreading the gospel, affecting life, making impact. Talking about working in audacity here. The approach of audacity to answering your call, your purpose, your ministry, your assignment. If you don't do that, you become a tree that is bare. And you know what God did to that fig tree that was not producing fruits? You know what Jesus did to it? He cursed it. He cursed it. He cursed it. So your purpose is the source of your value. Your gifts were given to you to help you to fulfill your purpose. Those gifts that you have, they were given to you to help you fulfill your purpose. So whenever you are trying to be someone else, you are dying actually. You are not expressing what God has given to you. Purpose is an assignment. One of life's greatest discovery is to realize you came here on an assignment. You walk with that mentality. I have an assignment to fulfill. What is the assignment? Oh, you are somebody that is into events. What solution has God asked you to bring into event planning, event decoration, or what have you used? Find it. Is your life. In purpose is your life's assignment. In purpose is your life's assignment. Your purpose is an assignment with specific instructions you must adhere to. Specific instructions. Miles Moron once said, he said, your existence is evidence that this generation needs something that your life can contain. That your life contains, rather. This generation, you are an evidence that this generation is something that your life contains, your life has. So no man is a mistake, and that is why you must know the heart of God about your creation. Your purpose is your God's original intention for you. So, very important. Very important. We will not talk about other things, some other areas that I would have wanted us to, touch there. Your corporate business, going to fashion, let Christ be seen and known. Stop living an ambitious life. Stop the dichotomy. If I go into politics now, corruption is too much, and you know God is drawing you to politics. The way you are seeing the political area of your part of your country or nation where you are, it's affecting you. You're always talking about it. You know the history of everything about your country, about politics in your country, and God is calling you there. And you're saying, no, it's only sinners that used to go into politics. Bad money, politics is bad, politics is dirty, politics is this, politics is that. Find your purpose out there. You are the one who. You are telling God that has called you into a place, into a space that, you are giving him the qualities, the reasons why you should not go there. So you need to find what. So ministry is an expression you were that is of external weights. Ministry is modeling Christ. Ministry is not just church. Ministry is not always church. Because when we hear ministry, church, pastor, this thing, I have said that. It's not it. It's not it. Find where God has called you. Everyone does not have to, own a pulpit ministry to be a valid minister in the body of Christ. Everyone, no, that's not it. That's not it. You know, even in politics, we have the minister of the world, minister of finance, minister of culture, minister of agriculture and whatever. We have ministry of agriculture, we have ministry of culture, we have ministry of sports, we have ministry of what's it called? We have several ministries, but those ministers are called minister of agriculture, minister of sports, minister of education. They call them, because the ministry of agriculture, it's like the embodiment of that the minister is under, that is being led by the minister, so to say. So these are offices that are created for people to find expressions. So people who have interest in these areas go there to find expression. What office is God calling you to, that you need to express what God has called you to? So many of the dysfunction that we have in our society is that those God has given ability to find expression in a particular sector, they left it because they feel it is not fulfilling, it's not a fulfilling place. Oh, it will not bring so much money. How will God say I should go and be a lecturer? How will God say I should go and be a teacher? For what? How much are they paying teachers? Teachers don't have their reward here on earth. Teachers' reward is in heaven. Oh, God wants me to be poor. Hey, that's why some of us will say, that area, no. Hey, God is calling you to be a married counselor. Say, it's too dense. Everybody is talking about marriage. I was having a conversation with somebody and I said, if God is calling you to marriage, God has a message He has put in your mouth that's for you, specific for you. So when people want to listen to anything that has to do with marriage, they know that this message that is from your mouth, it is specific to you. They will come to you. They will listen to you. They will listen to you. They will yield to you. So we have said a whole lot. God has gifted you for specific purpose. God has gifted you and has designed you for unique purpose. God has called you into tech and you're saying, oh God, I cannot. God has gifted you to download codes, languages for future tech solutions. And I say, oh, it's too complex. It's too this. Daniel, even though in the king's court, he used his skill for the nation. He was not carried away with all the feferity that was inside the king's courts. He used what God has given to him. So many of God's children are not using, we are not using our gifts. We are not using our skills in the places where God expects us. We just narrow it down to the church. Church. Everything they ask you now about your life, everything is church. 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 Even the office, you'll be praying during work hour. You will leave work and be scabashing. Oh, shakata. Oh. They have given you query. You say, no, I am called. But the character of the calling, some of us, we lack it. The prophetic grace is not for the church only. You remember the story of Bezalel. Bezalel, he was doing crafts. He was not a priest. He was called to assist the work. Everything they talk about you now, everything about your life is church. We narrow it down to the church. Stop living by the whims of caprices of survival. Get back to your original design. God is looking for people of influence in the marketplace that will model Christ. The church structure may not really have the model. Listen to me. The church structure may not really have the model, but there is the spirit, of witness in the heart of men that is raised for this purpose. Because in your purpose is your glory. God has actually put it in you to be the one to deliver the assignment. So let me just tell us things that you need to know to fulfill God's assignment. Let's just rush this as we Please drop your questions so I can start answering them. Please go ahead, drop your questions. All right, drop your questions so that I can start answering them. Drop your question so I can start answering them. Very important. So 4 things that you need to know to fulfill God's assignment, to fulfill purpose. Prioritize your personal intimacy with God before ministry, before the assignment. Prioritize your personal relationship with God before that assignment, before you start it. Because when you start it without God, at the point where you get confused, who will you run to? Okay, you run to a coach, you run to this person, and at that time, even what the idea that they will give to you might not work for you. Why? Because you started it outside God. You started it outside God. A man of purpose is on mission must learn to prioritize the presence of God. Personalize his instruction. Else you'll be doing general purpose assignments. Number 2, your ministry or your assignment or your purpose or your calling may not find definition in your local assembly. The church may not support what you are doing. The church may not accommodate your ministry, your purpose, your assignments, your calling. They may not accommodate it. There may be no mold to accommodate your calling, your purpose. There may be no mold in your present church to steward your ministry. Somebody like Martin Luther, he was a reformer. You know what he went through? John Wycliffe, you know what all those people went through? But if they had not sacrificed that moment of their life, they'll say, no matter what, I'm going to stand for this purpose. I'm going to go ahead and do it. We will not have the reformations that we have in the world. Number 3, no competition in purpose. What many do and call church and ministry today is competition. Competition, like, oh, that church is doing what? Let's do something more than them and all of that. There's no need. No competition in calling. Fight for pulpit is not synonymous with divine ministry. They are different. They are different. Number 4, men were commissioned with their purpose. Men were commissioned with their purpose. That's, if you remember the fivefold ministry, it was a commissioning. So when men come into God, they tend to discover their purpose and steward it. Okay, so they are being commissioned for a particular purpose, for a particular assignment. Every child of God has a call. Number 5, every child of God has a call. We have limited numbers called into the fivefold ministry. So you have been called by God, but many a times he uses a direct call from his men to bring you into the reality of his call for your life. Just like what he's doing now. Remember, I told us that we have been called to family, to education, to media, to government, to economy, to arts and entertainment, to religion, to fashion, to law and justice. Find where God has called you. Find where God has called you and begin to walk in that area. So please drop your questions if you have them, while I just remind us of some things that we need to take to heart for this month and for the month of April. And please drop your questions. Like I said, I want to take questions today. So let's just run through questions for 5 minutes before we end this Thursday live. And thank you again for joining us, and thank you for spreading the link, sharing the link with other women. So remember that Female Ministers Haven retreat is coming up this weekend, 30th of March to 1st of April. So get ready for a time of deep spiritual refreshing. It's going to be amazing in God's presence, and I don't want us to miss it. Please don't miss it. If you can second cohort, April 21st, we start mentorship, and we are having a Bible challenge in our WhatsApp community, so that we can just get through with that, study God's word better, and grow deeper in God's word. So if you desire structured growth in your work with God and ministry, this is for you. stay connected for more details. All right. So if you have questions, before we wrap up, remember your calling is not just about you. It's about those God has called you to impact. And that's why I need us to step out in faith, take bold step, and trust that God will